Welcome back, everyone. And, the rumors surrounding Mark Sanchez late on this Monday afternoon really picking up steam here. First, you hear about 4 teams that may be interested in acquiring the free agent quarterback after he was released by the Jets this past weekend. A lot of people wondering why the interest in a guy like Mark Sanchez. First of all, this interest he is garnering is as a backup quarterback. Make no mistake about that. No team's bringing him in to be a starter. But look at the other quarterbacks that are left to acquire via free agency or lack thereof, and I think you'll begin to see why there's interest in a guy like Sanchez, who, yes, has 69 touchdowns and 89 turnovers in his career, but does have rather recent, significant starting experience. A guy that obviously these teams feel if they need a 2 or 3 game span where they need a guy to come in and do the job, that he can fit the bill. There's been rumored to be 4 teams interested in his services. I'm really only buying 2 of them as being significant in places where I think he can end up. But let's work through these here. First, the Giants. I'm not buying. There's been reports the Giants are somewhat interested, maybe bringing him in. I don't see the Giants bringing him in for 2 reasons. Number one, they drafted Ryan Nassib last year to presumably be the backup to Eli Manning. I think they give him a legit shot to win that job this year. Secondly, I don't see the Giants and the way their organization is run bringing in Mark Sanchez with that whole, back page element to how it's going to play out in the media with the Giants taking the quarterback that was drafted by the Jets. The Giants just don't usually make moves like this, especially when they have a guy in Nassib that I think can fit the bill. So I'm not buying the Giants. The second team I'm a little bit surprised that's being linked to Sanchez are the Eagles. And supposedly the Eagles have very real interest in bringing in Mark Sanchez. Again, another team that in the 4th round drafted Matt Barkley last year. So I don't know why they'd be so interested in bringing in Sanchez. We'll see how this plays out, but they're supposedly one of the major players for him. And why not let Barkley be the backup and get a guy you can pay less to be the 3rd string? Look, Sanchez, I know he gets criticized a lot, but he's not a 3rd string quarterback at this point in his career. He's a young guy, who was, I would say, a below-average starter in the league, a tick above being absolutely awful. And look, he'll be a backup somewhere, a 2nd string guy. He's not going to settle for the money nor the position of being a 3rd string quarterback, which is why if I'm the Eagles, I make Barkley 2nd string, pick up a more cost-effective option as the 3rd string, and sort of go on from there. So although the Eagles are saying to be very interested, I would be surprised if all in all he actually ends up there. But there are 2 teams that I think make a lot of sense. I'll start off with the Rams. Look, the Rams need a backup quarterback. Kellen Clemens has moved on to San Diego. They need someone to back up Sam Bradford. Sam Bradford hurt a majority of last season, has never really developed the consistency that you would expect out of a number 1 overall pick. He's due a boatload of money next year, a make-or-break year for him and maybe the coaching staff as a whole. Part of that coaching staff, is offensive coordinator Brian Schottenheimer, who during periods where Sanchez played decently as a Jet earlier in his career, Schottenheimer was his offensive coordinator. So I think on a lot of levels, the signing of Sanchez to the Rams makes some sense. They need a backup. He's familiar with the offense, and you have a shaky quarterback already in place there. Outside of the Rams, the one other legit team to keep an eye on in my mind is the Tennessee Titans. If Sanchez wants a legit place to play and to be a factor, if it's up to him, and the offers from the Eagles, the Rams, and the Titans are all equal, he's going to choose between the Rams and the Titans, with Nick Foles firmly entrenched at quarterback. The Titans pose an interesting scenario as well. A guy in the last year of his rookie deal, a guy who, when he's been on the field, has showed flashes of being good in Jake Locker, but has never been able to consistently play on the field. If the Titans give me a good offer, and I'm Mark Sanchez, I'm going to Tennessee. Because I think at all 4 of these places, he gets a home with the best offensive mind in Ken Wisenhunt, a guy who has resurrected quarterbacks in the past. Look at Kurt Warner, look at Phillip Rivers, certainly Sanchez, not with the body of work as those 2. I'm not trying to say that. But if I'm looking at it from Sanchez's lens, I'm going to link up with Ken Wisenhunt if I get a pretty good offer from a team like the Titans. I'll go in there, I'll back up Jake Locker, and think that eventually my time will come. But guys, those are the 4 teams supposedly interested in Mark Sanchez and what I think of his chances landing there. If I'm Sanchez, I'm running to either St. Louis or the Titans, certainly over the Eagles, and I'm not even buying that the Giants are legitimately interested. So let me know what you think of this Sanchez situation. Hit me up in the comments. Hit me up on Twitter as well. Be sure to subscribe here, guys. It's completely free. Always breaking down the NFL on my channel here, and also the NFL draft. Starting in April, I'll be very NFL draft heavy, leading into the draft and post-draft as well. So be sure to subscribe. Thanks for listening. Have a great night.